in the collarbone to bring him down. But again, when you're caught off guard, which if he's attacking sideways, you will be, you want to just come in with your strikes. So as he's here, you could let the palm come up, you could let the ridge hand hit the side of the neck, you could even use a hammer fist and come in behind the jaw. Again, depending on what techniques you prefer to use. Even an elbow strike, if you stepped in close, would fit into the side of the neck region and give you a good shot. Okay, the next forward motion we're going to deal with is pushing. In previous tapes, as we pushed, we would lock the arms because it's already struck us. Now we're dealing with motion. We don't want to let it touch us. First thing we're going to do is very similar to what we did against the punches. As he comes in with the push, we're going to double block and strike. So basically, all we did, do it slow, is 1, 2, 3. He's coming with 2 arms, but there's no difference as if he punches with 1 arm. Something to keep in mind is the better you get in the martial arts, the less likely somebody's going to grab you. If he tries to choke me, we've done techniques to make him let go. Now that we've learned moving attacks, if he tries to choke me, I'm not going to let him choke me. So learning how to move the arms out of the way is the most important, because then you can eliminate the need to know how to get out of holds. Nobody's going to get you in a hold. There are really 2 major directions to always watch out for. That's forward and circular. Punches can come straight, right, on either side, and punches can come around. But any type of a grabbing attack has to come forward. If he wants to choke me, it's forward. If he wants to grab my arm, it's forward. It doesn't matter. It's coming straight in at me. It's not going to come around. So forward is a more common motion than any of the other ones. And in order to deal with it, the rules are the same. We step off the line of attack, we block, pick up with the other hand, and strike back. Now, let's say we started in close and we couldn't. He throws the push and we couldn't move off to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to keep his motion going by making a very big circle. So as he pushes, we slam the arms together and follow with a chopping technique. What's happening is, as he pushes, we're lifting. Now he's going to start to press down, and we bring them together, and it doesn't matter which side you chop with. So as he moves forward, you move back, slam, and chop. And then you would follow with your kicks if the need arises. The next application for the pushing is going to be crossing. Let's say you don't have time to step at all. We're going to cross the arms and come in with the chop or the poke to CV22 in the neck. When we do this one, we actually want to move forward. So as he comes in, we don't want to move back anymore. We see he's being aggressive. One goes up, one goes down. We pin it into his body, and then we start to move him, and then we follow up with our shot. So as he comes in, we move in and strike. Balance when somebody crosses their arms is very important. If his arms are up and I push him, he can resist me. As soon as I cross his arms, he has no balance. The body gets confused when the arms cross. So when he pushes and I cross his arms, it's very easy for me to knock him back. More importantly than knocking him back, I stop his forward motion. He's not just doing this. His weight's coming in. I've stopped his motion, and that allows me to finish with my strikes or kicks. We're going to be demonstrating one of our instant knockout shots. Where we're going to be targeting is the stomach 9 point in the side of the neck. And what we're going to be using is our forearm. The reason for using the forearm is, with little training, the swing of the forearm is a very powerful blow, and it doesn't have to be as focused as, let's say, using the edge of the hand or even the fingers or a punching technique. With this motion, this could come after blocking a punch. This could come off of a grabbing. For his safety, we're just going to demonstrate it off him grabbing. This way, we minimize the motion and nobody gets injured. So we're going to have John grab nice and tight. We're going to focus on this point. We're going to use the forearm. Stop. And we're going to bring him right down. All right, once we maintain grappling position, both arms are in position to strike him. So rather than bringing him to the ground with a throw, we're actually going to do a knockout technique involving the area around the temple, which are some points that we haven't really covered. We're going to slap. We have the temple, the corner of the eye, and the bridge of the eyebrow, which forms a nice big circle that's just going to get slapped. And on the other side, we're going to use the ridge hand to strike gallbladder 20. From grappling position, as we're searching for a move, this hand is free to strike here. This hand is free to strike here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock up, we're going to bring him down, and we're going to show the basic knockout, and he's going to drop. Okay, the last point on the shoulder region is exactly at the apex of the trapezius muscle. So basically we divide his neck and his shoulder in half this way, and we divide it in half this way. And this is where we're going. And we could actually press it and get some effect. Because this is a big muscle, the muscle actually protects it and the point lies underneath it. So generally we want to strike it inward this way or using our forearm. If he was coming forward like to shoot to do the takedown, we would actually use our forearms on this point to stop him. Because of the angle, we may not knock him out, but what we'll do is stop his motion, which will allow us to set up something else. What we're going to do is just show this point the effect of it. We're going to have him throw a punch, we're going to block it, and we're just going to put some downward pressure. And the thing to watch for is his legs. Watch where his legs go. So as he comes in, we come down, and we drop him down. Okay, as previously explained, the more pressure points you hit, the more damage that you do. So if he were to grab me in a real situation, I would be using one of the arm points, one of the body points, or one of the leg points before I came to the jaw point. What that would do is it would make it actually weaker. But what I want to actually just show you is how, with no setup at all, this one point becomes very sensitive. So as he grabs, we're just going to come from this position. I'm going to go slow so that I don't injure him. We're going to come up in the up and out direction. I'm going to have him bite down real tight so he doesn't hurt his teeth. All right, so I'm going to look straight. He's grabbing. We're not going to use a setup. We're going to come in, and it's going to bring him down. We sit him up. We have a special revival that we use to wake him back up a little. All right. Okay, at this point I'd like to go over the proper revival techniques. The purpose of the revival techniques is to wake your partner up if you do a knockout, but most importantly it's to make sure that he doesn't have any adverse effects. What can generally happen if you knock somebody out, they will wake up on their own, they won't just stay asleep forever, but when they wake up they're going to have headaches, their stomach's going to hurt, they're just going to feel almost like they have a hangover. With the proper revival, you're restoring energy, basically that you took away with the strike, and you eliminate that effect. The first type of revival is what we call arm revival. Basically, any of the arm points that we strike. When you strike it, what we're going to do is we're going to actually stop energy to that point. So we hit it, the arm goes to sleep. Now, he's feeling a pulsing right now. That hurts. The way we wake it up is we hit the exact same point with an open palm with approximately half the power with a slap. And then we massage the area. And we repeat that. Slap and massage it. And after you do that, he should have full use of his hand again. So the arm revival is basically simple. Whatever you hit it again. But you hit it with half the force, and instead of hitting it with a focused area, we hit it with a flat palm, and we just massage the area. Flat palm, massage the area. And that'll bring your partner's arm back. This way, when you're training, you hit those points, you can practice it more than once. As far as the head, the neck, the body, we do a technique like we did. We strike, he falls down. All right, he'll tend to just be laying down, basically. The first thing we want to do is we want to sit him up. So we grab him by the head. Okay, now if he's really out, he won't fold his own legs, so you're going to fold his legs. We want to keep our knee in the base of his spine. We want to keep our hand on his head. Now if we struck him on this side, we want to revive on this side. If we struck him on this side, we revive on this side. Where we're going to be reviving is right next to the spinal cord. There's something called the Bladder Meridian. I'm going to show it on myself actually. Not over here, a little bit over, right in this line. This is called the wake-up nerve. Similar to the arm points, we're going to slap it and massage. Slap it and massage. At this point, he should be awake. He may still feel groggy, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our thumb and forefinger, we're going to place it at the base of his back with the spine running in the center, and we're going to run our hand up his spine a couple of times. In Chinese medicine, they say all energy in the body is stored in the kidney region. And when you do this, according to the theory, you're bringing the energy back up into the head. Medically, most likely, you're just stimulating the nerves that go into the neck and head area, and it's waking him up. But either way, the function is what matters, not what causes it. After you finish that, to restore more energy, we're going to start with the hands. Again, in acupuncture and Chinese medicine, each finger controls a different part of the body. So, for example, the pinky finger is considered the heart. The ring finger is considered what they call the pericardium. The index finger is the large intestine. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch, starting at the pinky finger, and pull. Pinch, pull. You should feel like a popping sensation. If anybody ever got a Chinese massage before, this is what they do. They massage the points. They pop the fingers. And what that does is it wakes up and stimulates all of the nerves. And and that covers the revivals. Okay, let's remember the rules for blocking. Make the most sense, keep you the safest. We move in, but we move in on a 45-degree angle. So basically, move off the line of attack. Car's trying to run you over, get out of the way. As you get out of the way, your arms go in the opposite direction, creating as much distance as possible. As you're stepping also, work on hitting the points. Focus on the different points. You step, hit a point, hit a point. And remember, most likely in a punching situation, it's going to be up close. Your arms are your primary weapon. The legs come as a follow-up. You step in, you hit, the person starts to move away, you come up with your legs. You don't want to step, be off balance, start to kick, and then have the person knock you down. As with anything else, when you're practicing the punches, you need to use extra caution because if you slip up, you may injure your partner. We recommend that you wear some type of boxing gloves or some type of padding. Control. Work it slow, do it slow, go through the movement so you feel comfortable. Then you can build up the speed, move into more of a random type attack.